I just was looking at this. Biden is recruiting a whole team of influencers to help with his 2024 presidential campaign. This is not new. They've been using, the
Yeah.
politicians have always used celebrities to help get the word out, but there's just something a little bit extra cringy about using influencers. In 2016, when traditional American campaign activities like door-to-door canvassing and celebrity-studded Get Out the Vote concerts were centerpieces of the presidential campaigns, a viral post of support from a social media star would have been a nice little bonus for candidates. 4 years later, amid an ongoing pandemic that's made in-person campaigning and public health. Is this an old article? This is from 2020. Wow. Okay, I should have picked a newer article. Okay, I like that this is from Vox though. An increasingly important campaign tactic for Democrats is to use influencers from Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Let's see. That's because Democratic presidential nominee Biden is at a digital disadvantage compared to Trump. So this is in 2020. They were already saying that Biden was at a digital disadvantage compared to Trump. So this is probably what they're like, "Oh, we got to boost this for 2024." It was
Yeah.
bolstered by a network of influential conservative personalities. Because Trump had the major influence of Twitter. He had 30 million followers on Facebook, 85 million on Twitter. Biden just had 3 million on Facebook and over. So no wonder they needed Zuckerberg to donate millions to help Democrats on Facebook.
Mm.
Let me see if I can get something more recent because I think they're really trying to line up their people. TikTok influencers. It's so crazy to me because he is what, an 80-year-old man
Mhm.
who's gonna be like, "Yeah, we gotta vote for this guy. He really gets us." But like young people are dumb.
No, they really are. And also, like, man, like, as somebody who's creating content online, for you to kind of like sign up for for literally pushing political agendas, I think it just destroys your credibility because you're getting paid to do it.
Mhm.
And there's actually a bunch of stipulations now, especially on TikTok. I don't know about other platforms, I guess, where you can't make money off of any type of like political content. Like, so on TikTok, you can't like monetize like purely like pushing political stuff. And I don't really know how they stipulate that, I guess, off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's like, I mean, you would be
We have to reach the young people. Biden's team is reportedly considering giving the influencers their own briefing room at the White House. And the person who is handling all the influencers has the same security clearance as the press secretary. So this is this is not like some intern level thing. They're trying to reach young people and moms who use different platforms to get information, and climate activists and people whose main way of getting information is digital. So dumb people.
they're
Well, I
trying
mean,
to
that's
get they're trying they're trying to get women who are alone, who only have their kids around them, who like,
single women. Right,
bro.
right. Women who are not regularly in contact with men, young people. Axios reported that the influencers are like-minded, unpaid, include Harry Sisson, which is an NYU student on TikTok, and because they're probably thinking, oh, if I want to get a job in the government or anywhere, this is a great resume booster. So they
Hmm.
have this guy, Harry
Hmm.
Sisson, an NYU student on TikTok, Boston College professor. So it's like they're linking in with academia, with a very
Yeah,
corrupt institution.
that Harry Sisson guy is super young. Like, he looks like a baby, man. He's like 20, but he looks like he's like 14. And he's got
Wow.
a huge presence on TikTok, especially. He's always like yelling about something, and stitch, and like people stitch all his videos or try to. I think he normally has them turned off, actually. So it can be difficult to interact with him. But yeah, like, and I always see his content. I'm like, dude, you're just so brainwashed into this. Like,
Wow.
it's just crazy. Just the stuff he claims.
They're also using Boston College professor Heather Cox Richardson, who is active on her Substack and Twitter. So they're trying to get the liberal women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, I would guess for this
Mm-hmm.
for this chick.
Mm-hmm.
Colleges and universities across the US sad single women with cats, no. Colleges and universities across the US have banned TikTok from being used on their Wi-Fi servers amid national security concerns about the app. Vivian too talks about financial topics on TikTok is also included among the hundreds of influencers. So I wonder who they're trying to get. Probably smart, like business ladies, girl bosses, probably.
Ugh.
We actually asked the White House, when are we going to get press briefing passes? Sisson told the outlet. They were actually very responsive to it. Because look, remember that gay kid who was in the all white outfit and Dylan Mulvaney? Like they blew up. Like they went mega viral for doing stuff for the White House. So I'm sure that Sisson
Mhm.
kid is like, oh, I want that.
Yep.
Influencers are also being given access to the president while he's traveling, according to the report. Daniel Mack, who has a large TikTok and Instagram following, was invited to the Detroit Auto Show in September and given access to the president. Biden has appeared in numerous TikToks alongside celebrities such as the Jonas Brothers and Neelan Horan. He's probably like, who are these little kids? Can I smell you? John Kirby was recently pressed on Biden's TikTok appearances by CBS's Margaret Brennan. We showed a video of the president on TikTok from a video shot by a celebrity inside the White House. So, for the 150 million Americans who use the app, how do you say to them, sorry, we're going to take it away? Brennan asked Kirby. How will we ever live?
It's so funny to me that with this like Restrict Act trying to be, trying to be implemented and stuff and brought up and then Biden's over here like, let's just do TikToks. Like, bro, what? It just is so
Yeah.
funny to me. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't know,
So
man. Like
lame.
I hate celebrities being involved in politics too, because I'm like, dude, just do your job. Just you're there to entertain people, not to. And people always put all this pressure on celebrities too. Like you're this big public figures, and you have this. You need the right, but what ends up.
Got it.
Did I just bounce out?
We got it. We got it.
Can you see me?
Somebody, this might be somebody mocking.
We got
it. Oh, this was promoted by the White House. Oh my god. Oh, look at this. This is him with the Jonas Brothers.
Are you vaccinated? Yes, sir. Hey, yep. Who's the president, man? Who's the
Oh no.
Byron? Who's the president? Byron. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Do we get it?
Bro, I just lost brain cells.
I lost brain cells by watching that. It's so sad, but it's like, are we really that dumb? They really think people are going to fall for this?
Because people really are that dumb. Because it's so weird to me. It's like you're making cringe-worthy, like horrible TikTok like that aren't, they don't even promote or provide any type of value. Like, I don't know.
Is that how it works? Like a 20-year-old will see Joe Biden in a TikTok and go, oh, that person is from TikTok. I have to vote for them. Is that it? That's all it takes? And we're just like taking all of our brains and turn them into like mush. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe we're there. Voice of the People, thanks for the 5. Remember what the judge's daughter did for Biden-Harris campaign, director of digital persuasion. Yeah, they use social media all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And from Stacy, let's go, Brandon. Indeed. Yikes. Are we really that dumb? I guess so.
Yeah, no, and it's sad because that's exactly how they got half the country to hate Trump so much. Because I used to hate Trump, and now I just don't care about him. Like I'm just so to the point of like meh, like I just don't care. But when I was like in the throes of it, like I could barely hear the name without like just getting like internally angry,
getting triggered.
And it's so it was like when I look back, I'm like, that's so ridiculous. like, why were you so emotionally attached to this? Well, because the media sat there every single day and pounded in everybody's heads that he's evil and he's this and he's that and he's so horrible and look at all the horrible things he's done. And like, it was just a smear campaign every single day. So it's like, well, yeah, over time, people are obviously going to hate him. And now there's just been so much of that. Like, I don't know, if people aren't like waking up by now, I don't know what would make you after everything, after 2020 and all of the things that happened after.
When you're old enough to remember previous elections, like, they would talk shit, but like during election season, Trump was the first time like, oh, they're talking shit all year long. They're talking shit years and years, even after he's out of office.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And still blaming him for random things. And it's just like, you can't go off of this forever. Like, and I always just come back to like, why was it so psychological conditioning to get triggered by it? Oh, sorry, I'm probably shouldn't read more things.
Yeah, no, it's like they were all psychologically conditioned just to be triggered by the name. It's exactly what happened to you and a lot of people.
Yep. And it's funny because we play like Euchre a lot in Michigan. And part of Euchre, if nobody knows the game, part of Euchre is like you have Trump, which is like the highest cards in the game. So like you'd call Trump and I'd be like,
how do you spell it? Euchre? Like Chank Euchre?
No, like Euchre. So it's what is it? EURCHE. It's a very common card game here, at least in Michigan. It's so fun. It's like spades. Which is most people are familiar with, but instead, like where you have spades is always the trump card. In Euchre, it can be any suit. It just depends on the gameplay.
This is so neat.
Mm-hmm. It's super fun
to learn about this game. I know Rummy 500, Go Fish, War, Fantan. That's about it. Anything
Euchre is it's a fan favorite. It's one of the only card games that I know, and I'm like fairly good at it. At least I was when we were playing it a lot. So
cool. That's so neat. And so the trump card is the highest one.
Yeah, it's just whatever suit is Trump for that round. That's like your highest card. So like it just gets brought up a lot. You say Trump a lot in that game because you're always asking, well, what's Trump? And like it was just such a funny thing to look back and be like, I was like just internally like, oh, I can't stand this. Like,
what made you realize Trump is like not that bad, or when did you kind of go more neutral on Trump?
When I started actually finally looking up the video clips that were taken out of context and then finding the full video and realizing like, oh, pretty much all of these are little snippets that they have, cherry picked and spun a narrative around. And what he actually said wasn't nearly even what they presented or like not at all what they presented, and I think that's when I was like, oh, okay. Because so it's funny, my husband actually voted for Trump in 2016. And he told me
stayed with him.
Yeah. We weren't even married then. So but it was funny because he wasn't political like whatsoever. Like he was like a liberal or left leaning, I guess you would say. But he wasn't really involved in politics. He didn't really care. He just voted for Trump because he was like, someone new, somebody who's not a politician. Like, why not? And he did it like kind of randomly, like last minute. He ran out. I think he said he was like the last one at the polls of where we live. So just a really weird thing. And when they announced the election, like we're watching it and I just start melting down. I like hysterically crying. Like everybody always says like, oh, you're like the no girl. And I was like, no, yeah, that was me in real life in my bedroom, like freaking out and saying that. I started spewing about how Trump voters are all this and they're all bigots and he was like, whoa, you gotta slow down actually, because I voted for him. And I was like,
that's how you found out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. In the middle
Carrie
of
Smith's show. I should introduce you to Carrie Smith. Because she has a lot of people on her show that like kind of have a similar path. Like I didn't vote for Trump in 2016 either. I voted Jill Stein because I was stupid. I just was like, I don't like either. I'm going to pretend to be kooky.
Throw this away.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm different. So, and then I came around like, yeah, 2018, 2019. Started waking up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's like, bro, like there, and that's what I always just look at. Why was this the move? And why have they been chasing him relentlessly ever since? Like, if the man's committed any crimes, like, yeah, I want to know about it, and yeah, hold him accountable. But it seems like it's all just so fabricated. We did a podcast the other day, and I had on my co-host, my wonderful co-host, Voice of the People, brought on a lawyer to discuss the recent indictment, stuff like that, and everything that he kind of walked us through. I was just like, bro, this is just fabricated. It's just a fabricated.
Wow.
Like, you should go check it out. I think
Yeah,
that
that
first
sounds
part of the podcast
great.
is on my channel.
I haven't heard any like legit lawyers really like walk anyone through it. So that would be super helpful.
Yeah, it was, because legal stuff is really complicated and it's really convoluted, and it kind of irritates me sometimes when people are like, oh yeah, I read that bill. I'm like, did you though? Did you read it? And did you understand it? Because I struggle sometimes with like legal jargon. So he was super helpful to just kind of to just take it from a layman's perspective and be able to explain that all.
Nobody's reading bills. If you've said you've read a bill, you're lying.
Not some of the freaking, like, some of them are thousands of pages. Like, I try and go
thick boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I read a lot of like abortion bills and like that kind of legislation, especially, and the Restrict Act. I read through that, but I'll like read a bill and then I'll go listen to somebody analyze it, or a couple people, and so it just kind of helps me. But
that is helpful. All right, some of you in the chat claiming that you read bills. Okay, some of you read bills. Good for you. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.